So I just got this guitarlele from my friends over at KoAloha. Didn't really know much about the instrument, so I figured you may not know a lot either. So I want to do a little video on what exactly the guitarlele is. Let me play a little bit and then we'll talk about it. So essentially the guitarlele is a ukulele with 6 strings. And that's essentially what it is. But what 2 strings does it add? That's maybe the mystery to us. So let me talk about that. So essentially the bottom 4 strings, or strings 1, 2, 3, and 4, are the exact same strings as you would find on a soprano or a concert or a tenor ukulele. And the tuning for the first 4 strings would be the same. So it would be open A, E, C, and G. So that means the guitarlele then is going to add 2 bass strings to it. All right, so it's going to add a 5th string now, and this is going to be D, and it's going to add a string to it, which is now the 6th string. All right, so you got some extra bass notes, which is really nice. Now, you might notice though, by adding 2 extra strings, you're going to actually get a wider neck. Right? Because if you imagine the ukulele was 4 strings, you would only have a neck essentially that wide. So adding the 2 extra strings, you're actually adding, like, I don't know if it's quite an inch, but you're adding, a good amount of space to it. So you got a little bit of a wider neck. Now, the other thing is this particular guitarlele is on a tenor body. Right? So the body here is exactly the same size as a normal tenor ukulele would be. All right, now, what else is different? Well, this one, I have a pickup in it, so most of you may not have that, so it's okay. But let's talk about what you can do with this particular instrument, especially if you're a guitar player, okay? And so the same chords work on the guitar and the guitarlele. It's just that they're going to be called different names. So, even if you're not a guitar player, so okay, it's good to know this. So on the guitar, this chord right here is just our C chord, just our regular old cowboy C chord. But on the guitarlele, everything's up a 4th. Right? So what that means is that instead of being a C here, you just count up alphabetically 4. So C, D, E, and F. So now this particular chord on the guitarlele is an F. All right, so or if you take this real popular shape on the guitar, which is our G chord, on this guitarlele, again, just go up 4, G, A, B, C. This is now a C chord. And you might recognize this right here as our traditional C chord on the 4-string ukulele, but now we can play this on a guitarlele, and you have to add 2 fingers to it. All right, so that's one thing. You got the tuning. You got the chords. All right, now, really, everything else is pretty much the same. You're going to notice, though, that what we have is you're going to have more bass notes to it, right? You're going to have more bass sounds and some options there, which is really nice because sometimes the normal ukulele can be a little limiting when you only have the 4 strings, right? And so the other thing, I guess I just thought of this, is that the 4th string, right? You have A, E, C, G. This is always going to be a low G on the guitarlele, right? Some of the 4 strings sometimes have the high G, sometimes have a low G, but this one would be always a low G because then you go to the D, the open D, and then open A string again. All right, so this is a really cool instrument, and for me, it's nice because I am a guitar player, so I can come to this instrument and I can use a lot of the stuff that I have on the guitar. So if you're a ukulele player only, that just means you got to expand your knowledge of some extra notes. You're going to have to learn some extra chords, but it's going to open up the fretboard to you. So anyway, this is a cool instrument. I look forward to diving into it, and yeah, we'll look forward to some lessons coming forward.